Hey everyone, welcome back to another brand new video on my channel. Today's video, I'm here to talk to you about quite a lot of things actually. So the first thing is that a lot of people have been saying that I have lost my mind, and that Boba, me, has is not in the in the right frame of mind, and that I'm very unhinged. And that I've lost touch of reality. Now, I want to go through this a little bit. I have not lost my mind. I have not fried my brain, whatever the fuck that means. The definition of fried brain means that you're under a lot of stress. The brain is a very powerful thing, and that it can cure stress, and that it can get over very traumatic events. Yes, if you have had trauma, which has been going on for maybe years, of being in wars or whatever, or seeing people's heads being blown off, or seeing your friends getting their throats slit or whatnot in wars, yes, that can cause trauma, and yes, that can cause quite a lot of damage, but in the end, help is available. Now, a lot of people think that this drug plant called Datura, as people call it, I call it Datura because it's just easier for me to pronounce. A lot of people think that this plant, this drug, is very deadly and it's gonna kill you if you take it, and if you take it you're gonna be in this persistent trip for 5 years or however long. Like I said, the brain is a very powerful thing, and I think that things in moderation are key. I think that if you sometimes you want to go out to a party, and you might want to have a little glass of wine with your meal or whatever, or you want to have a cider or a beer. You only tend to really have about one beer or two. You don't ever go through 5 or 6 to the point where you're drunk. There's another word for drunk, and it's a word that I've came up with, and it's called overdose. When you're drunk and when you're fucking rocking your head back and because you're so drunk and you're so out of it, that is called an overdose, my friend. You have overdosed on alcohol consumption, alright? You have drank too many. You've had too many, right? And that's not a bad thing, but it can be a bad thing, right? It can cause an early death. It's basically a poison. Alcohol is a poison, and it's a legal poison that you can buy in the store, which is regulated by the law. It's the same with anything else, really. Tobacco. I choose tobacco over alcohol because when you smoke tobacco, you're not gonna die, in one day of just smoking tobacco. But whereas you can drink yourself to death, but you can't smoke yourself to death. You can't smoke yourself and die in a day with tobacco. You're gonna have to smoke through maybe about 100 square meter fields of tobacco to die from that. Maybe even more, but I don't think that you can really die in one day of tobacco. However, tobacco poisoning, nicotine poisoning, can be pretty fatal. But a lot of things that people get wrong is I'm pretty sure most of the people on my channel have smoked a cigarette before, but the thing that you were smoking, and sometimes smokers don't even know what tobacco is. They just buy cigarettes and think, oh no, it's a cigarette, not knowing that it's actually a plant that they're smoking, which is dried and shredded up. Tobacco is now let me say this again, tobacco is a very deadly poisonous plant, which is on the rank of 10 top most poisonous plants in the world, and it causes so many deaths worldwide just because of smoking it. Now, tobacco is natural as it is, but what they like to do is they like to add and spray certain things into it to make it more addictive and to make it more, to make it taste better, I guess, but it tastes like shit. I like natural things. I like to taste real nature. I don't like to taste something that is man-made or had man-made things in it. but that is tobacco, and that's what kills people, in my opinion. I think the things that they put in the tobacco is what's killing people, not the tobacco plant itself. I believe that you can build an immunity to anything poisonous, anything deadly. You hear about people who have eaten or done things over and over in small amounts, or doing it very little in a very long period of time, who have gained an immunity to it, such as the cold weather or ice or whatever, and they can stay outside for a longer period of time because their body has grown used to it and have built an immunity to it. My brain is not fried. It does take me a while to think about things because I'm not very productive in the day. I don't really do an awful lot. I have taken Datura multiple times. Oh, so many times. And it all varies on small amounts. People say, who have analysed Datura, have said that Datura is only poisonous in large amounts, meaning a small little bit is not going to kill you. People have taken 2 seeds and went into a panic attack or went into a whatever, and I think that's caused by the thought of knowing that you've taken one of the most deadliest plants and there is a chance that you could die, and I think that's where that panic attack comes from. I think that's how I developed my depersonalization derealization disorder, because a lot of people think that I laced my own weed with smoking Datura. No, I smoked a little bit of Datura with my weed so I didn't have to use tobacco to kill myself from that. And I went home and I was like, oh fuck, I just smoked Datura, now I'm high. And when you're high, you aren't in the best of frame of mind. So I went into a panic attack because I believed that there was a possibility that I could have died.